Feldon and Lenny are sitting in the living room watching TV when Rajitit, Coward and Benny enter.
Hey guys, what's up?
We're planning a trip to Italy.
Oh, nice. When are you going?
As soon as we finish planning every detail to ensure a perfect trip.
That sounds like torture.
No, Benny. Planning is the most important part of any trip.
I thought the most important part was actually going on the trip.
Clearly, you've never traveled with me.
So, what are you planning to do in Italy?
We want to visit all the historical sites.
And the museums.
Sounds boring.
Excuse me, Benny. The Uffizi Gallery has one of the greatest collections of Renaissance art in the world.
Oh, joy.
What about trying some Italian food?
Yeah, like pizza and pasta.
Please, anyone can eat pizza and pasta. We want to try the authentic Italian cuisine, like risotto alla Milans, ossobuco, and vitello tonto.
I have no idea what any of those things are.
That's because you lack a refined palate.
We also want to attend an opera at La Scala.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Sounds like a blast.
You'll clearly have no taste for the finer things in life.
What about shopping? Italy is known for its fashion.
Yes, we must visit Via Montepulciano in Milan, where all the top fashion houses are located.
Do we have to? I hate shopping.
Rajitit, please. This is Italy. We must immerse ourselves in the culture.
Can we at least take a break and eat some gelato?
Gelato is for tourists.
This is going to be a long trip.
Begin Captain's Log. Stardate 4568.2.1. The Endeavour is en route to Starbase 82 to deliver crucial medical supplies to the Federation colony on Duratus VII. However, our journey has been unexpectedly interrupted by the sudden appearance of an ancient alien artifact. Our crew is working diligently to unravel the mysteries behind this object, and we are hopeful that we can continue our mission shortly.
Captain, we have received an urgent message from Starfleet. They have detected a distress signal from a nearby derelict vessel. They have requested that we investigate immediately.
Understood, Mr. Worm. Set a course for the source of the distress signal and prepare to assist if required. Mr. Beta, can you provide us with any information on the origin of the signal?
Captain, the signal appears to be originating from a small ship of unknown design. Scans indicate that it is heavily damaged, and life support systems are failing. There is no way to determine the cause of this damage from this distance.
Spread out and check for any signs of the crew. Be cautious, we don't know what caused this damage. Mr. Worm provides security for the team.
Captain, I think I've found something. It's some sort of device, partially buried under a pile of debris. It looks important.
Bring it back to the Endeavour for analysis. Let's get out of here, folks.
Captain, this device is unlike anything we've ever seen. It appears to be of alien origin, but I can't determine what its function is.
Keep working on it, Mr. Lafart. We can't leave any stones unturned in this mystery. While you're doing that, I'm going to check in with Starfleet to see if they have any further information. And let's not forget, we still need to deliver those medical supplies.
Excuse me, have you seen my phone? It's very important. I rely on it for everything.
We haven't seen your phone, Mr. Cuthropolid. What brings you aboard the Endeavour?
Oh, well, I seem to have misplaced my phone, and my friend Coward Holoid said he had a contact here named George Laffart who could help me find it. I figured I would give it a shot.
I see. Well, we are currently investigating a distress signal from a nearby derelict vessel. If we come across your phone in our travels, we'll be sure to return it.
Captain, I think I have finally figured out what this device is. It's a weapon, sir. A very powerful one. It has the capability of wiping out an entire planet's population in a matter of seconds.
That's remarkable and incredibly concerning. But what does this have to do with the distress signal we received?
I'm not sure, sir. But I think it's safe to say that whoever was on that derelict vessel was likely trying to protect this device from falling into the wrong hands. And we may have just stumbled upon it.
All hands prepare for immediate departure. We are setting a course for the last known location of the distress signal. Warping to maximum speed. Beta, scan the planet for any signs of life. Worm, stand by to launch an away team. Everyone else, prepared to assist as needed.
Captain, planetary scans are detecting high levels of radiation and fallout. It appears that the planet has been the victim of a devastating war. Life signs are minimal.
Worm, take a team down to the surface and see if you can locate the source of the distress signal. Be extremely cautious.
This way.
What is that?
It appears to be some sort of camp, possibly for the survivors of the war.
Report, Mr. Worm. Have you found anything?
Nothing yet, sir. Just these makeshift camps. It's a bleak situation down here.
Hey, wait a minute. I found something.
Report, Mr. Worm.
Captain, we have discovered an underground bunker. It's heavily fortified and appears to be some sort of laboratory.
Captain, I'm detecting high levels of energy emanating from the planet's surface. It's coming from that laboratory. It's powering up some sort of device. A weapon, perhaps.
Understood, Mr. Laffart. Worm, take your team and investigate that laboratory. Be extremely careful.
Look there.
It's Cuthropolid's phone.
My phone. Thank goodness. But what are you doing here?
There is no time for that now. We believe that this laboratory is housing a dangerous weapon, and we need to dismantle it before it can be activated.
Report, Mr. Laffart.
Captain, it appears that this laboratory is indeed housing a weapon, and it has been powered up. I don't know how much time we have left.
Understood. Mr. Worm, do what you can to neutralize that weapon. And retrieve Mr. Cuthropolid while you're at it.
Captain, we have successfully retrieved the civilian and are making our way back to the Endeavour.
Understood, Mr. Worm. Hurry back, we don't have much time left.
Captain, we are running out of time. We need to abort the mission. We need to get out of here.
Negative, Mr. Lafart. We cannot let this weapon fall to the wrong hands. Keep working. We'll get you out of there. Report, Mr. Beta.
Captain, the weapon has been successfully dismantled. We have no further reading of any dangerous energy emanating from the planet.
Good work, everyone. Mr. Worm, get back to the Endeavor. Mr. Lafart, retrieve your team and return home.
Captain, after analyzing the device, we believe that it was created by an extinct civilization. There is no chance of this device ever being rebuilt, much less used.
Excellent work, Mr. Lafart. And thank you for unraveling yet another mystery. You and your team are free to enjoy the rest of your shore leave.
Excuse me, Captain, but can I please have my phone back now?
Of course, Mr. Cuthropollet. Pleasure doing business with you. Captain's Log Supplemental. After successfully dismantling a dangerous alien weapon and rescuing one of our civilian guests, the Endeavor is back on course to deliver the crucial medical supplies to the Federation colony on Duratus VII. Another successful mission thanks to the bravery and diligence of my crew.
Welcome to the presidential debate. Today we have Turd Sandwich and Giant Douche with us. Let's start with a question for Turd Sandwich. What is your favorite type of cheese?
That's a ridiculous question. I can't believe you're asking me about cheese when there are so many important issues to discuss.
But since you're so curious, I'll tell you that my favorite cheese is brie.
Brie. That's a terrible choice. Everyone knows that cheddar is the best cheese.
Oh, please. Cheddar is so basic. It's like your entire campaign platform.
Excuse me. At least I have a platform. All you have is a stale bun and some questionable condiments.
You take that back. My condiments are top-notch. And at least I don't have a face that looks like it was carved out of a potato. Okay. Moving on, Giant Douche, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Easy. I would have the power to make everyone love me.
That's cheating. You can't just pick a power that makes you more likable. I would choose the power of flight.
Flight? How boring. I would rather have the power to shoot lasers out of my eyes.
Oh, great. Because that's exactly what we need in a leader. Someone who can accidentally destroy entire cities with their laser vision. Okay. Let's try to stay on topic here. Turd Sandwich, if you could have any animal as a pet, what would it be? A unicorn, obviously.
A unicorn? That's not even a real animal.
Neither is your hairline, but that doesn't seem to stop you from pretending it is.
You know what, Turd Sandwich? I don't even know why you're running for president. You're just a glorified hot dog.
And you're just a giant douche. Well, that's all the time we have for today's debate. Thank you, Turd Sandwich and Giant Douche, for joining us. I think we can all agree that this was interesting.
So that's where I left off.
I can't believe you actually did that.
What he does isn't even that bad, people do it all the time.
Oh, like I haven't heard that before. What rascally behavior are we referring to here?
Let him finish.
Well, if you must know, I tricked my brother into thinking I made a major scientific discovery.
Good one.
Classic. So, how did you get away with it?
Ok, so I sent him this bogus paper published in a peer-reviewed journal indicating I had made some revolutionary breakthrough in physics.
Wow, that's some impressive trick, eh?
Amazing. How'd you pull it off?
Well, I just found this journal that was willing to publish it without any review. I even made up some fake letters of recommendation.
That's really mischievous of you.
Oh, it gets better.
Yeah, so then I told him the prestigious institute I worked for was giving me my grant to do more research because of it.
You truly have some great deception skills, Lenny.
That's not deception, that's an art form.
Captain's log, stardate 45457.9. We are en route to the Viridian system, responding to a distress signal from a research vessel. The nature of the distress signal is unknown at this time, but we are prepared for anything. Billiard out. Number 2, assemble an away team. I want you to lead the mission.
Energize.
Commander, sensors indicate that the vessel has been abandoned for quite some time.
Keep your guard up, Beta. We don't know what we're dealing with. It looks like they just left in a hurry. It doesn't appear that they were attacked.
Captain, I am detecting something unusual. There is a whole recording in the science lab.
What is this? Go, dog, go. I haven't heard of this.
It is a children's book, Commander. Perhaps the research team was studying the literary and cultural impact of this work.
Well, we have bigger things to worry about at the moment. Let's continue our search.
Interesting. Nonetheless, we must continue our search. Set a course for the Viridian system.
Negative, Captain, but we are picking up an unusual energy signature.
Reverse course, set a bearing at 278. Let's investigate.
This place gives me the creeps.
Captain, I am detecting a subterranean structure. I believe it may hold the key to the distress signal.
Phasers on stun. Take them down.
Curious. These beings do not match any known biological classification.
I don't like the looks of this. Let's finish our investigation and get out of here.
Thank you for your diligent work, Number 2. Your leadership helped us solve this mystery.
I'm just glad we could help, Captain.
Captain, before we conclude this mission, I would like to recommend a cultural addition to the ship's library. Go Dog Go by P. D. Eastman is a timeless classic and should be required reading in college.
Interesting recommendation, Mr. Beta. I'll take it under advisement. And I'd like to thank Shinazuka for sponsoring this episode. Until next time, engage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's presidential debate. Let's start with an easy question. How do you like your steak cooked? Well, I like mine cooked through, crunchy on the outside and slightly fecal on the inside.
That's disgusting. You're the one who smells like poop.
You're just jealous because I have actual substance. Gentlemen, let's stay on topic. What do you think the biggest problem with our country is right now?
I'll tell you what the biggest problem is. It's people who let their forts rip during important debates.
That's rich coming from the guy who wears a giant condom on his head.
Okay. Moving on. What kind of pets do you have?
I have a collection of pet turds.
Oh yeah. Well, I have a pet toilet.
Your pet is a toilet. That's fitting, considering you're a giant douche.
Gentlemen, this is highly inappropriate. Let's try to keep it civil.
Oops, sorry about that.
Oh, come on, George. That's disgusting.
Yeah, how do you expect us to focus on the debate with that stench polluting the air?
Again, I apologize. I had some Romulan ale before the debate.
This is a disaster.
We need to take a break.